Hello and welcome to my sort of Citadel Forged with Fire, oh, uh, crafting experiment here where I try to find out if items attributes are crafted as the item is crafted, or that's not where I'm going to be, or as it's generated at the end of the crafting system. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft 25 different God King staves here. I have Magic Finder 11, 16, 22, 27, and then plus whatever that gives you a Magic Finder, so we'll just round it up to, we'll say Magic Finder 30. So I'm going to craft 25 God King staves at 30 Magic Finder, and then 25 without any Magic Finder whatsoever. And then so we'll just establish that what the difference between is there. So those are our two bases. And then I'm going to do 25 where I remove my magic finder after I start crafting. And so if they come out like the 25 base stabs that have no magic finder on them, then we'll know that the magic finder is applied as soon as the item is finished crafting. So I don't actually have 25 unicorn blood standing on by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft 5 at a time. And then I'm going to sort of like take a screenshot, or I'll probably just write down what the 5 of them are. And what various rarities and stats and stuff on them. Put them in here maybe, I don't know. I'll keep track of it though, and then deconstruct the ones that I'm not going to keep, because I am looking for a good epic God King stav. And we'll see what 25, 30-ish% Magic Finder God King staves look like in a while. I will be back with batch number 1. So batch 1 yielded 3 uncommons and 2 rares. I'd say this one's probably the best one so far. Doesn't really matter the specific stats, we're just looking for commons, rares, and epics. I don't think you can get unenchanted ones even without any magic finder, but we're looking for commons, rares, and epics. So far, first batch is 3 uncommons, 2 rares, 0 epics. Okay, so the second yield is much the same. I've got 2 rares and 3 uncommons. I've also decided I was going to count how many uncommons have 2 or 1 single attribute. So last one had 2 with 1 attribute and 1 with... Oh no, I wrote that down wrong. I think it was 2 with 2 attributes and 1 with 2 attributes. I'm gonna have to watch that clip back, but we're getting there. The third batch has yielded only 5 uncommons. 3 with 1 attribute and 2 with 2 attributes. Kind of underwhelming batch here. So this is probably the best yield we'd have so far, and this is one of the best staves I've seen, if that crit chance was instead cooldown reduction. But we've got 3 rares, and then 2 uncommons, both with only 1 attribute. So the 5th control batch with Magic Finder roughly 30% is the average. The average did shake out to be 2 rares and 3 epics, or 3 uncommons per 5, and then we have actually 2 uncommons that have 2 attributes so far. So I'm going to total all those up and get crafting the ones with no Magic Finder whatsoever. So batch 1 of the... Why did it sort it like this? Of the no Magic Finder came through, and I got what might be arguably the best staff I've got yet here. If you compare that to the old previous, those are pretty comparable, although the other one has higher damage. This one has cooldown reduction. So I think I'm actually going to keep this one. Kinda silly that I got the best one that I've got so far without Magic Finder. But everything else doesn't seem to be that different, which is concerning, but we'll see when we've got a few more sets going. Alright, so this is batch 2 of no Magic Finder. Pretty much the same turnout. Actually, I think, wait. Okay, yeah, pretty much exactly the same turnout. There's almost no difference. Interesting. So this is the first batch with any difference. Well, I suppose it has to be if the first 2 are the same. We still have the same amount of uncommons to rares, but we don't have any uncommons with 2 attributes. So the 4th batch is, again, much of the same. I think that's 3 uncommons with 2 attributes. And everything else is usual. Another average batch here, 4 uncommon, 1 rare, 2 with 2 attributes, 2 with 1 attribute. I'm going to total up all this stuff now because it's the 25 for the no magic finder. And then I'm going to start testing what happens if I start crafting and then unequip magic finder. So if that batch comes out more, or that set of 25 come out more like this 25 than the first with magic finder equipped, then we know that the magic finder is applied as at the craft, as opposed to when you queue it up to craft. So we're definitely noticing that the first test set looks an awful lot like the no magic finder set, but it could just be coincidence so far. Absolutely nothing to indicate magic finder is working here in batch 3. It looks pretty much the same as everything else. Terrible. Yup. So, I finally got an epic. It's been literally like 300 crafts of me trying to get an epic God King staff, and it sucks ass. Look at this. I have a better... this one. Look at this. So this is 162 damage, 248 mana, 151 health, and 4 cooldown. This is less damage, slightly more mana, slightly more health, and less cooldown reduction. And that's it. This is better. By a fair bit. 11 damage is nothing to fart at. Anyway, that's the last set of my tests. Outside of the one epic, looks like Magic Finder does in fact work as the item is crafted at the end, not when you queue them all up. But I'm going to crunch down the numbers and show the totals here in a minute, so let's check that out. Okay, so we have... oh, let's change that. I was on the wrong scene there. So we have here, you can see my my chart here. I don't actually want it to be that big. Hang on. Let's do... please. That's fine. That's fine. You can probably read that. Or go away. Oh, right, because monitor capture. That's my taskbar. So the Magic Finder test with roughly 30% gave us 16 uncommon, which is blue rarity, 11 with 1 attribute and 5 with 2 attributes, 9 rares, which is green, and all 9 had 3 attributes. And if you add up all the total number of attributes, that gave us 48 total attributes. I actually didn't do that yet for the last one, so hold your breath. We'll do that together, I guess. The no magic finder control total had 20 uncommon, 11 with 1 attribute, 9 with 2 attributes, and the 5 rares or greens with all 5 with 3 attributes, which is 44 total attributes. So there was 4 more green in the magic finder, 4 total attribute gain, and actually there was the same amount of 1 attribute uncommons, but more 2 attributes without magic finder, so that's interesting. And then the total test set here, we have 22 uncommon, which is more than the no magic finder, but that's just a little bit of RNG. Only 2 rares, but 1 epic. Total attributes, actually, you can add that up, so that's 9. We have 23. 23 plus 16 is 39. So this is actually the lowest, but that's probably just RNG. Got a little bit unlucky there. That epic sucked, unfortunately. But even if we count that one epic, item with 3 attributes as a rare, we have 3 rares for the test set, 5 rares for the no magic finder, and then 9 with the magic finder. So it looks like definitely the magic finder is applied when you finish crafting an item, not when you queue up the item to craft.